Welcome back to Southern Indiana. It's the 2022 PDGA Amateur Disc Golf World Championships. I'm Grant Zellner, along with Jennifer Allen, with back nine coverage of round number 2. We're at Pride's Creek, along with the FA1 division, and the front nine has been some beautiful disc golf on a beautiful course.
Yeah, Jordan has had a great hot start in that first front nine here, and then Hannah finished very strong as well. So I'm excited to watch how they finish off the back of this course. It has been a beautiful course.
A little bit of wind to deal with coming off of the lake. The players dealing with that challenge in particular as we set off on hole number 10, a par 3 at 228 feet. Pretty straightforward hole, really, with the basket placed not at the top of the hill, but sort of 2/3 of the way up, which gives players a bit of a backstop.
Yeah, that's a little bit easier, I would think, than what we've been seeing on the front nine. There was a lot of those that were sitting up towards the top of the ridge, which really kind of made them timid to make the run at it. With the basket at this placement, you just definitely have to be high so you don't hit your putt and roll back down that hill. Hannah gets a good drive out there. She's going to have a look.
You're getting a good look as well as at the wind and how much it has come up since the round started. Jordan off the tee.
Yeah, that kept it a little bit low. The wind looks like maybe smashed it down a little bit too much for her to get the distance. This is Ginelle. And that is inside circle 1.
Finally, Tina Beach, our lone lefty on the card.
Yeah, she rides the wind good, keeps it up there, and also in just maybe out on the edge of the circle. Hannah's just going to lay that up. Nothing wrong with just taking that par. Jordan gives it a little bit more of a bid. And that's where you definitely just, once you hit that front cage, you want to make sure the disc just sits down for you.
Tina off just a little bit to her left on that putt. Still trying to dial in her putt here on the day. And Ginelle a little bit high.
So all the women are going to tap in their pars on this first hole of the back nine.
Hole number 10 played to a 2.99 stroke average. Almost.
That's as close as you can get it. That wind definitely looks like it's picked up this afternoon. All right, hole number 11. This one's 237 feet, par 3. Again, navigating through quite a few trees here, low ceiling, and a little bit of an elevation change. We'll see if that comes into play. Basket is tucked behind this grouping on a little bit of a ridge again.
I saw some very creative and interesting approaches to this hole. Some people taking some lines that I wouldn't have seen, including one way out toward that little parking area off to the right. So we'll see what these players do.
I like that hyzer shot, of course, but ooh, beautiful drive by Hannah. Hopefully that stayed right there by the pole.
It did indeed. Now Jordan, similar line.
Yeah, she's going to get maybe about 18 feet.
Oh, that's Ginelle fooled me.
Yeah, that's a hard angle for a turnover there. I do like that low skipping hyzer shot on the right side, Grant. I would have been with you. I think that's an Oklahoma hyzer thing.
Maybe so. I saw a few players trying that and a couple of other interesting lines here. I did not get a chance to see a lefty, though, play this hole. That's an excellent view at the advantage that lefties have on a number of holes here at Pride's Creek. Well done by Tina. Ginelle now quickly with her upshot.
Yeah, nothing lost on that. Great par save.
Very confident putter, puts a lot of speed on her putts, does Ginelle, so it's nice to see one of those get paid off.
And Jordan gets her first birdie on the back nine.
Great birdie there for Tina.
And even better birdie. I guess the distance isn't on the scorecard. Those are all great twos, but man, what a great drive by Hannah.
Some pretty looking scorecards as we get going here on the back nine of round number 2.
Plastic Addicts is proud to sponsor the coverage of the 2022 PDGA Amateur World Championships. Use code 22AMWorlds to get 10% off store-wide from now until the end of July. Orders over $70 ship free. Thanks for choosing Plastic Addicts.
Hole number 12 is a par 3, 354 feet. We are going to go slightly downhill back out toward the water here. So that could come into play for both, I would feel like, right-handed or left-handed shots. So we'll see if the women can keep their disc dry here. Looks like a pretty quick green. A lot of baskets on elevation changes here at this course. Hannah gets a nice, good, strong flex on that.
You know what, Jennifer? I think our drone pilot may have fooled us here a little bit
okay,
on this
good.
one.
I thought so too. I was like, I am really confused. Okay, good.
Yeah. And that's a challenge that I think more than a couple of players might have faced too, stepping up to that tee and trying to figure out exactly where we were playing to, but everyone got some practice rounds in and knows we're
that
playing
was
to.
not where they were going. Okay, I thought that looked just like the green on, it was like hole 6 or something, I think.
We're playing to a different pin placement today, and that is this pin placement up and off to the left.
So a little bit easier for our righties here. So Tina, unfortunately, hitting those first trees, so she's going to have this as her second shot.
Trying to shape something into this precarious basket location and does a phenomenal job. Comes back in the back door there. Yeah,
so again, not an easy basket placement though. By the water up here on the ridge. This is definitely hard to get to. Jordan's going to have a nice straight approach in. Oh, unfortunately, hits that last tree by the basket and takes a pretty ugly roll outside maybe circle or on circle's edge here.
Tricky little putt. We'll have a little bit more work to do. Here's Hannah.
Such a beautiful drive. I'm glad she made that putt. That's a great hole.
Hannah beginning to push Jordan a little bit.
Wonderful par putt there by Tina. Strong death putt.
So a 2-shot swing here on the 12th as Jordan cards the bogey. The lead down to just 2 strokes between Jordan Lynds and Hannah Lengel. And we're off to the 13th. Par 3 at 249 feet. Water carry here. And then a sort of, I don't want to call it a triple Mando because it's not, but it's reminiscent of one, the way you've got to consider both the height and the sides of your throw. Although I believe players do have the option to go out a bit to the left.
I was going to say, is that road out of bounds? It looks like there with the painted white line. But yeah, would you play that skip off the road, Grant? Looks like Hannah's going to. She needs an angle to get a good skip. Well played.
If I knew I had a forehand I could trust like Hannah's, you better believe I'd play it off the road.
And Tina definitely is going to take the road play. She should have a great angle to get a good skip. Misses the sign. It's going to be a little long.
So forget my triple Mando comment. Just because it looks cool doesn't mean you have to throw it through that gap, although it looks like Ginelle is lining that up.
I would have to as well. I would take this route that Ginelle is taking, but it's going to be a little high if it fights through that tree. She's going to be safe.
It's not a bad putt from over there.
No, that's a good spot. It's hard when you have 250 to carry over water, but you want to be on that short side. Jordan has great height. And it's going to be, looks like inside circle 1.
Looked like Hannah playing that.
Yeah,
very
layups.
Safe.
Yep, nothing wrong with that. Pick and choose. A lot of tough basket placements on this course that we've seen so far. And especially, again, that wind looks like it's calmed down a little bit, but the wind off the water has been really challenging these ladies. Great, strong birdie putt for Jordan.
Certainly deserved that after that beautiful tee shot.
Ginelle saving her par. And our other women, I believe, are just going to tap in.
We'll get another
one more look at Hannah's. Yeah, this is so good. I feel like she reminds me of Jessica Weiss just a little bit on her drive. What do you think, Grant?
Yep.
Little
There's
Jessica Weiss
definitely
form?
some reminiscent there in terms of the flexibility, the way she gets low. I really like it.
Hole 14 is another par 3. This is a long par 3, 411 feet. The fairway looks like it's going to open up a little bit for the women. And our drone is flying nice and high and has me lost yet again. But the basket is placed right here on another ridge underneath these big trees.
Yeah, I don't feel bad dropping a spoiler here. Not a single birdie carded on the day on this hole. What you're going for here is a par and to not lose any strokes to the field.
Right, and it looks like there's a Mando there on the right. So these women are going to play that first shot probably down by that big tree where Hannah is headed. That's a great placement shot, and then their second shot is going to go towards the basket. This is definitely a challenging par 3 that they're going to be just fine getting a par. So Tina's going to play hopefully out wider. She gets hung up there and drops down at the base of that big tree at the end.
A little bit of a squandered opportunity, but she did make the Mando.
Yeah, and this is beautiful flex to get that full distance down the hill. Perfect shot. So Jordan's got some work to do here. That's going to be a really big forehand to get up there towards the basket. That's going to be a hard shot to save par.
Tina needed a full pull on that just to get up in the vicinity of the basket. We'll have a circle's edge look to try to save a par.
I love Hannah's angle and height on her release. She goes just a little bit long, but she'll have an uphill putt back for her par putt. Ginelle has good height as well. She needed a skip, not a kick. Very challenging par 3 here. That's the big, beautiful par putt.
Big par save right there for Ginelle.
I think that's a big debate, though. It really doesn't matter what the par is. Everyone plays the same hole. But, mentally for some women or men, that really the par matters a little bit more. I try to focus on just doing it in the fewest shots, but I seriously doubt that this could be two'd by any of these women. So would have been one that could have been played as a par 4.
Tina in to save that bogey. Jordan with a lot of work left here.
Yeah, another big death putt to save that bogey.
Bam!
Yeah, these women putt confidently. It's great to see. So we walk away with one par that was beautifully played like a birdie. And Jordan goes back to a 3-stroke lead. Join the Patreon crew starting at $3 a month to show these guys all your love and support. Ace Run Pro bring us so much incredible coverage. So show them some love and like, follow, and subscribe to become an Ace Runner.
And here we are at the 15th, a 276-foot par 3. Sort of a side hill challenge here for the players as we continue to skirt the beautiful lake here at Pride's Creek.
Yeah, a lot of trees to kind of maneuver around again. And that basket sitting off towards the edge on that down slope.
Yeah, another one of the holes here at Pride's Creek where there's not necessarily one defined fairway. There's a couple of options depending on what the players are comfortable with.
That had some great turn to get the distance down to the basket. A little bit of a roll. That's just fine. Jordan taking that inside route.
Mm-hmm.
And just 15 feet long. That's pretty good.
Excellent. Very
These
well
women
done.
have started off well here on the 15th.
Hannah looking at a completely different gap.
Yeah, it gets hung up just a little bit towards the end there. 276 feet. She may still have a look.
Tina, same gap, different shot selection, also obviously left-handed. A little bit low. So Hannah playing first.
Oh, unfortunately, hits another tree there.
Tina with a nice brave bid. Now Hannah with her third.
Now another scary death putt here with these slopes. Wind looks like it's settled down, though.
Off the top of the basket.
That's where I miss the number plates.
Ginelle has been all over the chains today, even the putts that haven't gone in.
Yeah, she just seems to be hitting that left side a little bit. Good par save by Tina. And we are finally to Jordan's drive. Oh, Hannah's like, I'm going to go first.
So Hannah unfortunately takes back-to-back bogeys here in the mid portion of her back nine.
Beautiful birdie putt there by Jordan, opening that back up again. Several two-stroke swings throughout this round.
Yeah, it wasn't long ago the lead was just 2. Now the lead back up to 5.
Hole 16, this is a par 3, 291 feet. They need to go through these trees right here. I do not see any Mando signs though, but this is the route to take, and we are going to go across this little valley back up to the basket that is tucked just slightly off to the left. So elevation change, we'll see if the women can hit the right accurate height to make it all the way up there.
There's an obvious gap.
Picking up.
It is again. I just noticed that there's an obvious gap up the middle, which Jordan has just taken beautifully. There's also a power hyzer up and around the outside. Jennifer, I have a suspicion that you might give that one serious consideration.
I probably would, because I do not like throwing through trees. I usually get hit high just like Ginelle did.
Tina, this is a big challenge for the lefty backhand. Yep, catches an early tree. And now Hannah going with a forehand.
Yeah, and she hit that gap perfectly to get the distance all the way back up the hill. That's hard to hit that turnover gap, get the right height, and go back uphill without catching the limbs up high. Tina holds on to that one. Ends up getting over there a little bit, but let go quite a bit late.
Yeah, she's over on 17's fairway, which plays in the opposite direction. So that's definitely tricky.
See, the umbrella and the heat must be really cranking up here. So that might have just kind of stuck to her hand a little bit. Ginelle with a beautiful approach.
Yeah, the lake helped, I noticed. This course probably felt the best of all the courses here in southern Indiana on this particular week, but it definitely made you feel a little bit sticky. It's Tina.
She'll have that just to tap in her bogey. Here's Hannah for her birdie putt. Ooh, good bid.
Now, Jordan, this for birdie.
These are good safe bids. They give it a look, but it's not going to go anywhere. So these women are going to tap out their pars. And then Tina taps out that bogey. We are on to the 17th, almost done.
Well, number 17, the first of two par fours that will end our round today. This one 468 feet, playing initially back over the same valley that we just played across on 16, although we were going in the opposite direction. So a tailwind likely for our players here on the 17th. The basket perched up here on a flat spot on the top of the hill.
This may be their safest, easiest putting green they've had so far. But they've got to get all the way over there first. So good, nice placement shot out there in the middle of that valley. Going to leave them with a pretty strong uphill shot to get over there to the green.
Mm-hmm. Now you are going to have 2 or 3 trees up there between you and the basket, pretty much no matter where you choose to place your drive.
I like going out to the right here with that tailwind. They should be able to get a little bit more flexing and distance on their drives. Sometimes, though, when you have this dip in a valley, the wind can kind of smash you down, or sometimes it'll lift. That's with the valley, it kind of is unpredictable sometimes.
Hannah getting big distance on that forehand.
So Tina's going to want that exact same route.
That should be just fine over there.
Yeah, hers got smashed down a little bit more. So Ginelle's going to take this left side and try to flex one over there to the basket. That kick is probably a good one.
Tina actually gets a little bit of turn on that disc.
Yeah, she went full power to try to get up that hill. That was a pretty big slope. Jordan trying to get that to skip over there by the basket. She's going to be in circle 1. And Hannah catches just a little bit too much grass in that shaded area. So she's still going to have a good look for birdie, though.
Good run from Ginelle with a tailwind. That disc was going to get slammed out of the air. Similar result for Tina. Oh, Hannah. Good effort there.
Jordan able to get the birdie on the card. Good, strong putt. And the rest of these women are just going to tap in their pars. And we have one more hole. It's been a beautiful golf course. I definitely want to put it on my list to go play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. One of my favorites here this weekend in southern Indiana.
So Jordan opens up a 6-stroke lead on the card. We'll see how all of them shake out at the end. Hole 18, another par for 450 feet. So our women are going to want to get their first drives out to this landing area. And then have their second shot up here towards the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Parking lot and road OB behind, but that hopefully won't come into play.
In relation to par, the 18th played as the easiest hole on the day for the field.
Looks like there's a Mando there to the left. Jordan gets around that. Nice long drive.
There's Ginelle.
So the height of the disc is important on this one to get that full carry back up the hill.
Yeah, the wind a challenge, of course, today, coming back into the players from about that 1 o'clock angle.
And we haven't seen too many backhands from Hannah, but that one was a nice, strong distance as well, a little just too far to the right. Our lefty has a beautiful flex shot out there past the landing zone.
So I think, yeah, we're going to see Hannah first here.
She goes back to her forehand. Hopefully gets all the way up there. Inside circle 1 for the birdie. Look at it.
Ginelle choosing to shape something and doing an excellent job of it, putting herself maybe just outside the edge of the 10-meter circle.
It's kind of nice to end with a birdie attempt, at least, on the 18th. After a nice, long, hot round.
No doubt about it. Jordan up next.
Good height to let that drop back in right underneath it.
All right, so 4 legitimate birdie opportunities here for our lead card.
There's the first one. Beautiful putt by Hannah.
Great
That's
job there.
Get her to 3 down for today.
So from a virtually identical distance, Ginelle, just
so
inches
close.
low. Great to see Tina put a putt in from that distance. She had a couple of odd misses early, so that was wonderful to see.
That was a tough lie for a lefty, too. She had to get that right on the inside of that tree, so that was kind of hard to angle on the putt. And Jordan finishes with a birdie as well.
Very strong finish for Jordan. 3 birdies in 4 holes. An excellent finish. We'll have to wait and see here in a moment how the chase cards fared. Everybody very tightly bunched after the first round. And we are yet to be even halfway through this World Championship after 2 rounds of play.
Hi, I'm here with the Lynds twins. You guys finished tied at the end. Morgan, we saw yesterday on Instagram, you told your sister, don't get used to being at the top. Can you tell us more about the dynamic between you two?
Oh yeah, I knew I had some work to do. So I did my best and birdies were coming, so I was very happy with it. We're very competitive. My goal this whole weekend is to beat her. Yeah, same. So, I'm a forehand dominant player. She's definitely the backhand dominant player, but she's working on her forehand. I'm working on my backhand, so yeah. Yep.
Like, what was your best moment, would you say?
I made a long putt. It was a death putt. I don't remember what hole it was, but my putting was pretty on today, so that helped a lot. The last couple holes, I birdied them all, so that was the highlight.
How's it going to be going against each other on the lead card?
Well, I like it because I can keep my eye on her. Yeah, we can keep an eye on each other. Watch what she's doing. If she throws a good shot, I'm going to one-up it. Yeah. Maybe I'll throw it in. I agree.
And you're moving on to Princeton tomorrow. How do you feel about that course?
I think there's a lot of birdie opportunities. Yep. It should be good. Yeah, should be fun. Super hot like today.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Finishing each other's sentences throughout that interview. And as well as Jordan played today, Morgan with the hot round in round number 2, shooting 7 under par, so besting her sister by 3 strokes. And they will play from the lead going into round 3 over at the Princeton Country Club disc golf course. All in all, Jennifer, a great opportunity to see these players play an open course now tomorrow at the Country Club, a long, lengthy course in store for our FA1 division.
Thanks for watching and following along for the Amateur World Championships.
More coverage coming soon right here on YouTube. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe along with the PDGA.